here's what we're looking forward to. Normally, I'd give you a choice. But Sunday's lineup, and we'll take you on Fox Footy from midday through to 11 p.m. 3 consecutive games that climb all over each other in terms of what it's going to mean. And supporter groups who would like to be dormant until their time comes are going to have to be engaged the whole way through.
Yep.
And then bounce, and then first crack to make sense of it all. So the Bulldogs and the Giants first, where we're going to spend some time shortly. The Carlton fans, you can see the anxiety surrounding Carlton people in the street when you pass them. Ross Lyon's playing Grinch. And Fremantle, just, they wouldn't know how to feel. Do you live the agony of the 6 hours leading in? And my Port Adelaide is they're going to have to watch the Giants to see what's going to happen with second place.
It's fantastic. It is. I'm doing the Bulldogs-Giants game down in Ballarat, so up early, have a morning coffee, then head down the highway. There's just so much intrigue, even in that game. So I think as a supporter and a commentator, you just go, oh, I just need to focus on that. We'll see the result of that. Then we move to the next one, and then the next bus stop. But you're right. The Dogs just need to get it done.
It's unthinkable that they wouldn't be there. So let's start there, shall we? Because the top of the agenda really does belong in what's going to happen in Ballarat. They have hit gold down there with this high consequence game that's going to shape the way things look. The Bulldogs and the Giants have never gotten along, and yet again they stand in each other's way.
The rivalry is real between these two teams.
They went after Bontempelli. There's no doubt about that. And it worked.
It's exciting for the game, definitely for the peak body. You know, they'd be pretty happy with the crescendo on the Sunday and everyone waiting to see what the final 8 is. And for the fans, you know, it's there'll be a lot of nervous people out there. We absolutely just go to work on the things that we can nudge forward and influence and looking for that continuous improvement. There's not much wriggle room. You know, the competition's so tight that you have a down day, you put yourself under pressure. Whoever at the end of the year salutes or is standing up there on the dais, they would have improved again in the final series. In the cauldron of the pressure of the situation and the game, will blaze a trail for themselves. And we know that, you know, that probably started a number of weeks ago for us. And we've got to keep trying to blaze it.
It is his gift, storytelling, and he's spun a pretty good story for us there. Jordan Lewis says what's loaded into your trip down to Ballarat is just fantastic.
I had goosebumps listening to that. I don't know about you, but I mean, this is two teams, and I think sometimes you can fabricate stuff like that and the rivalry, especially in the modern day game when the Giants haven't been around for all that long. So to get a rivalry with one club, it is the Western Bulldogs. They hate each other. And they are two sides that don't back down from that and don't back down from the contest. You can picture it now. Liberatore, Green, Bontempelli will be in there. Jesse Hogan will be in there somewhere. So there's stars all over the field. But I feel like even watching that game on the weekend, Port Adelaide, that's a rivalry that's gone for a long period of time. I think this is one of those modern day rivalries that the end result will fuel the way that they attack this game. And it is genuine and real, and I can't wait to be there.
So consequence does sit over these matches.
Yep.
So less consequence for the Giants. They're going to finish probably second or third, as Geelong could make that a bit sticky with what happens percentage-wise. But let's say they're going to be second or third. So home final's vital. But the Bulldogs, what sits around them is they are going so well, so well. It's unthinkable that they don't have a spot on the starting line, and they've just got to make sure of it. And because they're first, there's no safety net. They've got to take care of their own business.
It's uneasy. It really is to drive down the highway like those players will do on Sunday. It's an uneasy feeling. It's probably the feeling you miss when you retire and you're no longer a part of it. It's the feeling you hate when you're a part of it, because it is, if you lose, you are basically out of the finals. If you win, we've got this great opportunity to continue on your season. They're the challenges pre-game. You can win or lose it inside your head pre-game, and that's the challenge of the drive down the highway to Ballarat. But it's so intriguing.
Yeah. So to be avoided at all cost is the bus ride back and going, are we all going to gather together and watch this next game? Because they know that feeling. They've been at hotels before where the fate has been in somebody else's hands, be it Double Chance, be it a place in the final. You don't want that to be your Sunday night.
No, I've been at. When I was at Melbourne 2017, we were relying on another game, and we ended up missing the finals by 0.1%.
Yes.
And even then, when it's left to another game to decide your future and your finals, you feel like you've limped in and you haven't earned it. So the win will also, no doubt, guarantee them a final spot, but gives them that confidence that they belong.
Yes, that's such a good... They're in great form. Their profile makes so much sense. Their percentage is so healthy. If they were to beat the Giants, who have just won 7 in a row, that will fuel the ideas. Never mind, well, we've done it from 7th before, but never mind the historic precedents. We are the form team about to storm what's going to happen. So I agree with you. Every part of this is just so well poised. Jono's been down at the Dogs today.
Looked a bit nervous when he walked in.
The final lessons in goal kicking. So we'll put some heat on him inside the 4 walls.